Hello everybody and welcome back to the Beebosloth channel. Yet again, it's your host, me. And today I wanted to talk about something that I really don't like. Electric bikes. I think they suck. I think that unless you are over the age of, say, 55, or you have some severe body problems, you should ride a normal bike. And by normal bike, I mean one that doesn't need to be plugged into the wall between rides. Why do I feel like this? Probably because I'm old and cynical, and probably because I recognize the benefits of riding a pedal bike that's not an electric bike. I'm fortunate enough to live in a pretty cool town, and I see a lot of kids on these bikes. And I think to myself, these kids, they're robbing themselves of exercise and thus robbing themselves of building muscle and robbing themselves of health benefits, all associated with riding a normal bike. Because these electric bikes these days, they go very fast. You don't have to pedal on them. You don't have to do anything. You just kind of have to steer it and press a button down. It's very, very easy. And I know that there's different kinds of electric bikes. There's a pedal assist where you still have to pedal, but there's levels of how easy the bike makes it for you, which I said is fine if you're 55 or older and your legs are broken and your knees are mangled or something and you need the assistance. That I understand. Fine, ride your electric bike. But if you are under the age of 55, you should definitely utilize the benefits of a regular bike, because you should. You should exercise, and you should be happy to exercise on a regular bike. This is coming from somebody who grew up hating bicycles. Not always. There was a point from when I was probably about 4 till about 10 where I loved bikes. And then I outgrew the bike that I had, and my parents got me one of those mountain bikes with 57 speeds. And for the next what was like 10 to like 18, for the next 8 years I absolutely hated bikes, because we would go cycling around town, or we would go on a trip and we would bring our bikes and we would ride them, and I had no idea how to use the gears. I didn't know why there was like 73 gears. I was very confused by it. I hated them. Hate mountain bikes. Hated them then. Still kind of hate them. There's no reason a bike should have 30 gears. 3 gears. One for going uphill, one for flat, one for going downhill. That's it. That's all a bike needs. But when I moved to San Francisco for college, I discovered what's known as a fixed gear bike. Yeah, I'm a big, fat, ugly hipster. I don't care. I thought they looked very cool. I had no idea what they were. I'd never seen them before. I'd never seen a fixed gear bike before in my life, before I moved to San Francisco. And when I saw them, I thought, that looks so good. The way that there's nothing on it. There's no speeds. There's no brakes. There's just one gear, one chainring. It's chef's kiss. So I got my first fixed gear bike. It was very difficult to ride. It took me forever to learn how to do that skiddy thing where you gotta lean forward and, you know, skid. Took me a while. But once I got it, I was stoked. I could ride up and down hills and flat, and I felt great. I never got sick. And at the time, I was doing lots of terrible things to my body, but it kept me healthy. And I don't think that I would be in the shape and physical condition that I am today if it wasn't for me riding an actual pedal bike for so many years. Because despite all the crap that I did to my body, every single day I would commute somewhere on my bicycle. And I didn't just get on it and press a button and it took me to where I was going. I had to pedal my ass around, and I would sweat and therefore consume water, and sweat and consume more water, and my muscles would work and my body would work, and I got toxins out of me because I was exercising. And this is the kind of stuff that goes through my mind every time I see a young person on an electric bike. Besides the fact that I just think that those people are lazy. That's just a personal opinion. I just think you could be exercising, you could be improving your body, but you're not because you're lazy. That's all. I hate electric bikes. I think they're terrible. I think they're and don't tell me this bullshit that you think they're good for the environment or whatever, because they're not. A regular bike that doesn't need to be plugged into a wall, it was made once at some factory, and then it takes up no more energy ever because it doesn't need to be plugged in. But an electric bike, these piece of crap things, they need a big fat battery. And how long do big fat batteries last? Maximum, what? Maybe 3, 4 years, 5 years? I'm not a battery expert, but I know that batteries don't last forever. And then what? You think that in the next 5 years or something, you're just going to get the battery and switch it out for another battery? No, because they're going to have a different model of bike. Duh. So these stupid electric bikes that they're making, they're all going to be obsolete within a certain amount of years. And then what are you going to do? Ride it with no battery? No, because they weigh like 79 pounds. They're just stupid. They take up space, they take up energy, and guess what? Guess what? The electricity that goes into those stupid things, it comes from some sort of power plant. That's not great. That's not helping anybody. So if you ride an electric bike and you're under the age of 55 and your body is good, you're just doing yourself a disservice. And I think that you should burn your electric bike and maybe ride it off a cliff. Because fuck those things. Thanks for watching.